35. Most incorrect self-diagnoses from patients, according to Reddit. Number 35. He had some belly pain and thought that he had a urinary tract infection. Also, he had weight loss, night sweats, and some other stuff. He had terminal pancreatic cancer, and 2 weeks later, he is delirious and at death's door. Ooh. It's not exactly the start to this that I was looking for. Guess these things happen. I really need a noise for that kind of stuff. Actually, I would imagine the perfect noise might just be this. Alright, that's enough. Number 34. Schizophrenic guy thought his lungs were rotting, but it was okay because he just got a new torso from NASA. Okay. He's not even American. I don't know why NASA would give him said non-existent torso. These are going to get stranger and stranger as we go up, aren't they? Hello to everybody in the stream chat. Hope you guys are doing well. Oh, we're going to see how long I can get away from with this before I get harassed. Always fun. Always fun. So as we continue up the list, we reach number 33. No, a doctor. I can tell. But a pharmacy technician. I had a patient yesterday tell me they went to urgent care and the nurse diagnosed with pink eye. The patient didn't feel right about that and went to the eye doctor. The eye doctor told her that she had an ulcer on her eye, and if it went untreated properly, she would lose eyesight and possibly the eye. Jesus Christ. Somebody said, oh, hey, the same exact thing happened to me. I was in the military training at the basic. First aid worker told me that it was pink eye. I said, I've had pink eye and this isn't it. Followed by, can I see a real doctor in a real hospital? She was pissed at the end and said, fine. First thing the doctor said was, yeah, this isn't pink eye. Followed by half a dozen various doctors and medical staff in training all gathered around me to stare into my eye. I don't want no damn ulcers in my eye. Number 32, baby. Not a doctor, but I went to the hospital about 5 weeks ago, and with what I thought was a testicular torsion. And a torsion, for those of you who don't know, much like me, is defined as the act of twisting or the state of being twisted, especially of one end of an object relative to the other. So you just take one end and you take the other end and you just twist that motherfucker. What does this definition think that we think twisting is? You know what I mean? It's not the regular type of twist. It's the twist where you twist it from one end to the other. What are you talking about? Anyway, look, testicular torsion. He twisted the balls up, all right? I got told it was orchitis and was prescribed antibiotics for a week and was told it would feel better within days, but the pain got worse and so did the swelling. Turns out it was testicular torsion and was operated on and sent home without my left testicle because a doctor was so certain it was just an infection and didn't feel it was necessary for me to have the appropriate scans to double check, which I later got told it should have been the first thing he should have done in the first place. First thing in the first place. So now I'm at 20 years old with a missing testicle and about a week now from full recovery. Fuck you, Dr. Singh. You incompetent wank stain. I feel like as long as we got out of there with a functioning doodle, we dodged a bullet. You get out of there with a functioning functioning doodle, guys, then you dodge the bullet. You dodge the doodle. That's one way. And let me see here. Number 31 on the list. What list is this again? Of 35 most incorrect self-diagnoses from patients. Reads as follows. Mother brought in her third child. You should buy children. Just kidding. They're worthless. Kids listless, pale, muscle tone is poor. Mother claims the kid has MS. Okay. So doing my checks, asking about food and the home environment, the mother tells me, oh, the little kid is lactose intolerant, so we only use almond milk. Run a panel. Not only is this poor little 2-year-old not lactose intolerant, but the dumbass mother had been starving his poor brain of nutrients by feeding him only vegetables, but no protein or protein-based items like legumes. Ooh, this kid is developmentally delayed because she saw an internet article. Ooh, that's the problem, man. Is some people are so stupid that they let their stupidity. Ooh, some people should never have children, dude. Some people should never have children. And we don't have time to even go into it. Number 30, obligatory not a doctor, and it wasn't a self-diagnosis, but my brother was acting really weird at my wedding, behaving like a jerk, and his hands were shaking. He was my best man, so that made for some awkward interactions. He's also bipolar, so we all thought he was just off his meds, combined with a lack of sleep. It was a 10 a.m. wedding, and he was working nights at the time. 2 months later, he is diagnosed with a brain tumor. These are getting too dark. We're supposed to be having some happy, funny lists, and I'm reading these, and it's like, and then he was gonna be dead. That's enough. Number 30 is what I just read, but number 29 now. See what I'm talking about? But number 29 now. Saw a patient last night who had been having episodes of wind for 6 months and had come in between a particularly bad bout. Wind? Meaning he was feeling winded? Massive heart attack with a crescendo angina over the preceding year. Not that uncommon. A self-misdiagnosis, but kind of takes you aback when you see it. Does it? A little Sean Watson, a little Kevin. Sedation. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Mr. Helper Boy says, Kyle, can you resize the font? No problem. I don't know how much bigger I can make this shit though, homie. I mean, damn, look at this shit. It's a bit much. This is a bit much to me, but if it's what you want, man, it's what you want. You know? What number was I on? It's number 28. I'm not a doctor, but when I went to see a physician a year back from my shaking problem, I have severely shaky hands, I was told that it was a short-term problem that would likely go away in my late 20s. I told him I was not on medication, or I told him I was on medication, and he dismissed it as an unrelated issue. Recently, I went to a different doctor. He assessed my symptoms: jolting limbs, twitchy face, shaking hands, locking jaw, etc. Turns out I have tardive dyskinesia, which is a very rare side effect of one of the medications I was on. It is irreversible. After age 25, if I had listened to the first doctor, I would have permanent brain damage as a young 25-year-old. Permanent brain damage as young as 25 years old. That sucks, dude. That really sucks. Let's not even. Number 27, physician assistant that works in the emergency department here. Had a woman around 45 years old come in with her mother for a complaint of a spider bite to her back. It was actually an abscess. Not a big deal. That's pretty common. People think abscesses are spired bites all the time. Nigga, spired bites? You dyslexic mother. I incised and drained it and sent her home on antibiotics. Pretty standard procedure. Told her to come back in 2 days for a recheck. When she came back, it was looking better. She and her mother thought it was something serious because it wasn't all the way gone yet, but it was healing. Well, and there wasn't much to do. It's healing. She and her mother came back again another 2 days later and told me it was definitely gangrene. Oh, no, old ladies, calm down. Chill with all that, old ladies. What y'all looking up on the internet, old ladies? Old ladies, convincing yourself of stuff, old ladies. I tried to reassure them, but they both kept arguing with me that I didn't know what I was talking about. Oh, I'm just a medically trained physician, but if you people know, then who am I to argue? You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here, you stupid mother. You know, it was obviously a healing abscess and was looking a lot better. Looked nothing like gangrene, which they had Googled. Oh, how do we know that? Wow. This is what it is. Had to get 2 of my colleagues to come into the room and reassure them that but they still didn't believe us. They, I think they ended up going to another hospital. Well, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Just go to a hospital that has like some guy that'll agree with you. Like Dr. Nick from The Simpsons. Hey, everybody. Number 26. I was rushed to the ER as a kid and I woke up and my face was blue. Obviously, my parents thought I wasn't breathing. I'm 8 or 9 years old and everyone's sudden change in demeanor is making me a little scared and I'm just getting bluer. At emergency is what I imagine this must be writing. What the hell is emerge? They're running all kinds of tests that aren't showing anything wrong with me until finally my dad realized that I put the brand new Toronto Maple Leafs pillowcase I just got on my pillow, washcloth later, and I was better. So wait, his face was blue because of some crap that he put on? This entry is stupid. This entry is wicked stupid. Selena Cobain says, hey, Kyle. Hello, Selena. Hello, Mitch Runs. Emerge is a weird way to shorten emergency room. Weird indeed, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Fucking weird. Oh, boy. I really hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Hamday saying, I went to the ER with a really bad abdominal pain. ER doctor knew I had PCOS and was certain it was pain from a twisted ovary or cyst. Gave me IV for pain, didn't work. It was actually intestinal infection. I'm so sorry, Hamday. I hope that you've overcome that and that hopefully nothing like that pops up in the future. Sean Watson says, pimple on my arm seemed to get super infected and turned into a giant black spot. Then got another one on my stomach, started getting nerve spasms throughout my body. Turned out it was a black widow bite. Jesus Christ, man. Yo, Sean Watson living that movie life, boy. He is lucky to be alive and lucky to be functioning upstairs. I'm just glad you're with us, Sean. Oh, boy. Yeah, Michael Davis said, how is he getting more blue? I don't even want to question it. We don't have time for this, you know what I mean? As we roll through this list of 35 most incorrect self-diagnoses from patients. You like that picture of house? Okay. You like that picture of house? That's Lori, mother. We arrive at number 25. Not a doctor. I was the patient. Got incredibly drunk one night and decided to finish off the night with an amazing Taco Bell feast. My man. Woke up the next morning with an incredibly bad stomachache. This continued for 3 days and I was constipated the whole time. Man, I'm so sad. I feel like anybody who has a problem with Taco Bell should have a problem for just the following day. And then it should be the runs, not constipation. Ugh. My roommate, all pre-med or nursing, or my roommates who were all pre-med or nursing, thought it was just the Taco Bell causing issues, but on about day 4, I couldn't take it anymore and had one of them drive me to the hospital. He continued to call me a bitch and said that they are just going to tell me to take laxatives. While at the hospital, they noticed my appendix was incredibly swollen and about to burst and was rushed into surgery. This is the scariest thing in the world, dude, because any of our appendixes can rupture, burst, and kill us. But how the fuck are we gonna know that it's anything other than just regular ass stomach pain, dude? It's scary as hell. This is the thing that can kill us all. Just throwing it out there, not trying to make anybody's freaking day crazy. You know what I mean? Oh my God, it can kill us all. Ooh. Whatever. Let's continue. He continued to call me a bitch and said they would give me laxatives. I was rushed into surgery. On my way to the surgery, A doctor came running and screaming to stop and showed the x-ray to the surgeon, and they decided it wasn't the appendix that was the problem, but my intestine. Somehow, my colon folded into itself like a sock, which caused indescribable swelling and buildup. I ended up going on antibiotics and morphine for a couple of days and got to miss all my exams, other than anatomy. That dickhead make me take a longer, more difficult, and extended response only exam. I have no idea how this happened, and the other doctors tried explaining the possibilities, but I was too fucked up on morphine to understand. I remember them asking me if I recently went to Haiti. Jesus Christ. About 3 years later, I started to have similar pain and went to the doctor immediately, and this time they took my appendix out. Look, man, it just gets scarier and scarier in this thread. You know, we're going to be walking out of this one going, I should go to the doctor. Number 24, I'm not a doctor, but I am a medical professional at a hospital. All right, motherfucker. Patient came in stating that he had blood in his stool for almost a year. He was convinced that it was just because of hemorrhoids. He only came in when he started to get abdominal pains. Turned out to be colorectal cancer. Jeez, man. Colorectal cancer is a bit much. Hey, to everybody who Snapchat Kyle recently, I will get back to you. I love you. I'm sorry. I'm just so busy. I got a lot of stupid balls in the air and I hate it. But you'll hear from me soon. You're amazing. And thank you for being here. And thank you for watching. Thank you for being a friend. Moral of the story is, you have blood in your stool, especially dark colored blood. Don't ignore it. Colorectal cancer. Somebody else says, these are just turning into horror stories, motherfucker. Kaime says, hi everyone. I just got my electricity back. And look, it's Genevieve, busy hating me like closer. They should form some sort of clan. They should form a clan. Some guy says, I had blood in my stool for around 6 months before going to the doctor. It wasn't in it. It was dripping like loads of clots when I wiped. The doctor didn't even do a rectal exam. He just had a look. He said I had a fissure. Also felt my abdomen and was like, you're full of poo. Prescribed a stool softener, and after a few days it stopped happening. He also asked if I put anything up there as part of my sexual activities. If you guys should see my face, oh my god, that's what really sells that delivery. Sexual activity. I valid question, but still mortifying. Anal fit. We're not going to go into it. Guys, as we travel up the list of 35 most incorrect self-diagnoses from patients, we arrive at number 23. I have an unbelievable amount of patients who think they have Stevens-Johnson syndrome. Thanks, WebMD. When in fact they have contact dermatitis from new lotion or laundry soap. I also advise not looking up that condition. Why? Because you're going to think you have it? Looks like we're looking up contact dermatitis, motherfuckers. So let's get into it. Okay, let's get into it. Contact dermatitis causes symptoms. And my monkey balls. Have you ever used a new type of skincare product or detergent only to have your skin become red and irritated? If so, you may have experienced contact dermatitis. This condition occurs when chemicals you come in contact with cause a reaction. Most contact dermatitis reactions aren't severe, but they can be unpleasant until the itching goes away. What are the symptoms of contact dermatitis? Contact dermatitis symptoms depend on the cause and how sensitive you are to the substance. Allergic contact dermatitis symptoms associated with allergic contact dermatitis include dry, scary, flaky skin. Did I say scary? Because I meant scaly, but scaly is scary. depending on where you're at. You know what I'm talking about? You don't want no scales where the sun don't shine. Can we get back to the list, Kyle? You're a psychopath. Torsion. I just can't stop opening up crap while I'm reading these lists. Number 22. Psychologist here. What are you doing in this thread? Psychologist here. Saw a leathery woman who drank 3 pots of coffee a day to cure her anxiety. Wish all problems were this easy to fix. Did it work? Somebody else said, my grandpa was drinking 3 to 6 pots of coffee a day in his late 40s and started having heart problems. It was skipping and he felt weird. Eventually the doctor got him to cut down to 1.5 or 1 to 2 pots a day. Wow. Did somebody say my name? Zelda says, Kyle, I think they meant not to look up the syndrome. Stephen Johnson syndrome. Wow. Look, y'all need to develop Kyle syndrome and let me know that you love me on a daily basis in mountingly insane and over exaggerative ways. Like this guy who wrote bootyless. Peconi-sama, I'm guessing you meant to write bootylicious, man. But you wrote bootyless. You know, that's the jackass comment of the day. That's going to be a thing we start, I promise you. So let's continue up this list. Number 21. Should we have a clap for the jackass comment of the day? No, that's for donators. That's for donators. They deserve that. That golf clap is so dank. So number 21. Oh my God, that was loud. Ooh, that was loud. I apologize. Guys, I changed the sound of the tip thing. That scared the hell out of me. Thank you so much, Sean Watson. That scared the hell out of me though, man. Real talk. I need to change that back. But I don't have time to do it now because I'm probably going to get, in the middle of this, I'm going to get interrupted. So we need to try and get to the end of this as quick as possible. I changed that in case somebody donated while I was reading those short stories that I was reading before, which is something that I want to do more of, but I want to gauge reception on whether or not people would be interested in it. Closer says, Kyle syndrome, symptoms, voice deepening suddenly. I like to think that Kyle syndrome is just like an infatuation with me, but I guess that would be another type of affliction. Yeah. Sergeant Diddle says, hi Kyle, how's it going? It's going all right. And hopefully I can get through this and leave you guys with something so that I don't feel unhappy about the fact that I can't be doing what I'd like to do as frequently as I'd like to. 21 says, okay, so why do you think you have glaucoma? And the person responds, well, back in 2002, I got shot right here and it was a Glock. Uh-oh. You say I only get glaucoma because you shoot me with a Glock. Somebody said, I'm not creative enough to make this shit up. Wow. Whoa. Did professional commenter just say it's so booty luscious? Can y'all stop? Y'all need to stop. I don't say that often. Woo. Booty luscious. Come on now. Number 20. I know 2 people, a good friend and my sister's fiance, who complained of back aches, like they pulled a muscle. Pancreatic cancer. That might as well be the damn cancer noise from now on. You understand me? It might as well be the cancer noise. As soon as we get some just unfortunate and sad crap, I'm going to start hitting that button and it's messed up. It's messed up. You think you have back pain and you actually got cancer. Number 19. Late to this, but my friend has incredibly tough alcoholic grandma. She ignored a stroke because she thought it was a hangover. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's some hard liquor you drinking when it's kicking back like that. You gonna be paying for this in the morning. Damn, that grandma must have had some rough hangovers, said some other guy. Come on, man. Number 18. Not a doctor, but this is somewhat related. This one night, I started getting some excruciating cramps that were so bad I had to wake my mom. She asked me where the pain was, and I pointed out the right side of my stomach. And instantly, she tells me to get in the car, and we go to the ER. She thought I had appendicitis. We get there, I'm hooked up to morphine, they get an x-ray. I didn't have appendicitis. I had to shit real bad. Okay, no, this is a better one. This is so childish. Everybody in the stream talking about booty, and we just inadvertently found one about a little kid needing to use the restroom. Oh my God. Sean Watson says, Kyle, you owed me a smoke weed. You really did. You donated $4.20. My man. Thanks, Sean Watson. My man. You understand me, Sean?
My man.
Okay.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sean. I'm going to try and fix that Streamlabs link thing right now, because if I don't, I'm going to forget. So give me 1 second. Oh boy. Because I was reading that story, reading that story. Let's see, we go to the alert box. How's everybody doing? You guys having a great day? Ooh, I love you, I can't get enough, and I wish that I could be a part of your day every day, tonight, ping pong. Come on, this thing ain't loading. Oh, you're killing me. I'm trying to do something too. You're so bad. Ooh, it's so bad. Okay, thank you. Donations. And then what I'll do is I'll change the media. Oh no. Is it not there anymore? It says I don't have any uploaded sounds, which means I'm gonna have to do it all over again later. No, I found it. Good. Excellent. Now save it. And we'll go from there, baby. That was weird because it was like hidden from me, if that makes any sense. When you hide my shit from me, bitch. You see what I'm talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, forgive me. I was just quickly correcting something. And now that it's corrected, we can resume our flow up the list of 35 most incorrect self-diagnoses from patients. Forgive me if I make haste. I'm trying not to get interrupted. If you need me, just say my name in the chat, and then I'll see it. But as we arrive at number 17, it reads, I'm not a doctor, but I'm a medical assistant. I did my preceptor at a kidney and hypertension center. I had a guy in complaining of painful urination and thought that he had a urinary tract infection, gave him a cup and told him to pee and set it in the window. The lab took the cup and immediately brought him back to a room, which was strange because this place stayed packed and it was all first come, first serve kind of thing. Well, this guy went back because there was blood in his urine, a lot of it. This guy was beyond 300 pounds, by the way, just a massive and extremely tall man. Doctors got him in the room and stayed for 15 minutes before we had him transferred to the ER. Apparently, he had a fractured penis. Oh, no. Don't demonetize me even harder, daddy. Chill, YouTube. Just because I said penis like that. Penis is a thing. Penis ain't gonna go nowhere just because you don't like people saying it. Penis. You know what I mean? He had a fractured penis and he had no idea. The nurse above me said they lifted his gut and his entire groin was purple and black. and his penis was at a weird swollen angle. She said she'd never forget the look of it for the rest of her life. The guy never did tell us what happened or anything. He acted just as surprised as everyone else. How do you break your dick and you don't know? You ain't telling us the truth. You gotta tell us the freaking story about your broken dick. What? I broken dick. Okay, that's enough. Let me stop. What? Shocking, y'all. Did somebody say my name there? Travis says, hey, Kyle, off topic, but have you beaten the raid yet? No, Travis, because I'm kind of not invested. I'm kind of not interested. And another thing is, like, I'm kind of constantly being interrupted. So raiding is a thing that I got to pretty much do in the middle of the night. And then I have to whisper as well. It's nuts. I'm going to need to find the time. It's Faith. I hope you're having a wonderful day, sweetie. And Creepy Boners, is it your birthday? Because I think it is. Happy birthday to you, Alex. Looks like Genevieve said, Kyle, did you lose power for Irma? Of course I did. Creepy Boner says, it's my birthday again, Kyle. I remember time flies, because I remember your birthday last year. I tried to play with you, and that didn't work out. As we travel up the list, we arrive at number 16. I once thought I had a perforated colon because my poop was bright red. I spent an hour on the toilet in pain, Googling symptoms, and then I remembered I got high the night before and crushed a bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Guys, don't do Flamin' Hot Cheetos by crushing them up. You know? Not even once. Not even once. He didn't crush them up, though. He probably just means crushed in the way that he ate it. That's probably the way he says I eat things. I saw that bag and I crushed it. Crushed it. Crush it on some toast. Number 15. Not a doctor, but a doctor diagnosed my wife with an STD, chlamydia maybe. Huge fight. Wife was emotionally crushed. She accused me of cheating. Fucked up. I punched her symptoms into WebMD and told her it was probably kidney stones. Turned out to be kidney stones. Whoa, a doctor misdiagnosed somebody and nearly fucking destroyed a marriage, bro. Wow. And you know, if it's happened before, that it probably isn't the first time. Isn't that insane? I like that Sadeja said, happy birthday, creepy. Yeah, you creepy piece of creepy ass birthday. Bing, bing. Some like dissonant chords. I need to get some dissonant chords for your creepy ass birthday. Bakoni-sama says, oh shit, that voice was deep. I like. Who are you? You're new here, aren't you? You got to work real hard to say something in the stream chat that makes Kyle go, who are you? Number 14. When I was 15. Okay. My mother was absolutely convinced that I had mono as I was coming home from school and sleeping for several hours, eating dinner, then going back to sleep. So she took me to the doctor who did an evaluation, and it turns out that I didn't have mono. I was just lazy. Side note, this period of laziness was only a few weeks after the conclusion of varsity swim season, so I was naturally exhausted from months of training. Dumb. Number 13. This thread is like a reverse WebMD. Think it's cancer? You just stubbed your toe. Think you have a cold? Cancer, bro. It's cancer. Okay, look, number 12. We're really gonna we're gonna fly through this list, believe me, because it's coming. It's coming for me. Number 12. In high school, I was the heavy 8 county. Heavy 8? That'd be even cooler. I was the heavy 8 county. I said it again. Say heavyweight. Heavyweight. Now say heavyweight. Heavy 8. What is happening? What is happening? Whew. Okay. In high school, I was the heavyweight county champion in wrestling. I weighed about 260 at most, graduated last year, and maintained weight until December 2016. Went to the doctor in February, and she was shocked to find that I weighed 217. She asked if I still worked out and stayed active, lol no.jpg, so she sends me to get an x-ray because she was concerned about the sudden weight loss. I thought I was just hitting my last growth spurt. Yeah, no. Stage 4 anaplastic thyroid cancer. Fuck me, right? Holy crap. They just posted a link to their favorite song. Oh my God. This motherfucker got cancer. Oh my bing bong. That sucks. I'm 19. I'm turning 20 in November. Ugh, guys. I'm sorry. Piccone Sama says, I've actually been here since last Christmas, Gael. Is that right, Piccone? Well, good for you. I believe in you, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Better than some of us are going to have. So we roll up to number 11. We read, man who rode his bike as sole method of transportation came in for chronic knee and leg pain. He had metastatic prostate cancer with bone lesions all over. Came in for my legs hurt, left with hospice referral. Somebody says something similar happened to my father. His lung tumor pressed on a nerve, which manifested as shoulder pain. He thought he got it from playing so much tennis. Was first treated for pain only, took some weeks until he received the diagnosis. Dead 12 weeks later. Oh my God. That's not funny. That's not funny. I'm sorry. This is nuts. This is really scary and it's not funny. And this whole list is really like, I don't mean that in bad taste. It's just like, it's if we don't like try to laugh or find something, like this is really just going to destroy us. Because the worst part about cancer is that we all know somebody who has it. And if we don't, then we know somebody who knows somebody who has it. You can't go ask a family member, hey, yo, who got cancer that you know, and have them not tell you something. That's the bottom line. This thing is just dropping people. The bodies are dropping to this thing and it's horrifying. So as we go ahead and just kind of spitfire finish the rest of this list of 35 most incorrect self-diagnoses from patients, we arrive at number 10. Number 10 reads, I was in my workplace years. Oh, okay. I was in my work placement years when this happened. A man in his early 20s has committed a crime and claimed that he won't be going to jail because he self-diagnosed himself with personality disorder from a Google search. Police officers brought him in for my mentor to diagnose him. My mentor's exact words were, you do not suffer from a personality disorder. You're just an asshole. I am waiting for the day I could use the same line as my now retired mentor. Well, didn't he just use it, technically? Bing bong. Bing bong. Let's roll up. Number 9. Hey, Piccone-sama just called that weird music. I don't think he's familiar with where that's from. So Piccone-sama, please, without anybody else saying anything, please tell me where that music is from. Where that weird music, according to you, is from. Do you recognize that? Do you know what that's from or what it is? Ooh, I really want to know. Do you know, Piccone-sama? This is all for you. He just referred to that music as weird, weird. What? That's strange music. Number 9, okay. I would say after a couple of years working in an emergency room before then during medical school that by far the most egregious self-misdiagnosis is, you assholes in these freaking run-on sentences. Let's try again. I would say after a couple of years working in an emergency room before and during medical school that by far the most common egregious self-misdiagnoses involve pregnancy. Tons of sexually active patients coming in complaining of morning sickness and gaining weight, and just sure that they have some sort of GI issue or infectious disease. When it comes around to asking questions, oh yeah, come to think about it, I haven't had my period in 3 to 4 to 5 months. That's not to mention the people coming in fully in labor and delivering in the ED, truly shocked that they were pregnant at all. That's kind of scary. Big girls. Now, I understand people can have irregular periods, and there are many cases where the patient is reasonable in not guessing what's going on. But there is a large group of patients who missed a lot of obvious hints. Denial ain't just a river in Egypt, I guess, and I do have empathy for patients in situations where they really don't want to be pregnant, and so perhaps are subconsciously blocking it out of their mind. But a medical mystery, it is not. Pekoni Sama says, I have no idea what to call that music. I love you, Kyle. Haha, motherfuckers. Juhuhuhusi, okay? That person. Where are you from, Pekoni Sama? Because we're very interested. And if you don't mind, how old are you? We just want to know. We're all friends here. We love you too, man. We love you too. Bing bong. Bing bong. As we roll up to number 8, it reads, elderly man with dementia brought in for suspicion of toxic epidermal necrolysis. Necrolysis, motherfucker. Or necrolysis. It's gotta be necrolysis. I'm gonna hit you with that necrolysis. That sounds like an attack. Pikachu use necrolysis.
Necrolysis.
That's what I just said, bitch. A serious and life-threatening reaction where your skin peels off in sheets. No, thank you. Number 7. Not a doctor, but my roommate was convinced that she had Hodgkin's lymphoma because she used to wake up with pain in her left arm every time she drank on a night out. She Googled it and found a blog post from a woman who had lymphoma, which was exacerbated by alcohol, so she'd get pains in her lymph nodes after drinking. So obviously this is what she had too. She had breakdowns every time she'd drink, full on sobbing because she was absolutely convinced she had cancer every time she'd have a twinge in her arm. Turned out that whenever she was absolutely smashed, she'd literally fall into bed and sleep awkwardly on her arm for 8 hours. Brilliant. Mr. X says, Kyle, no joke, a friend of mine in middle school came to me fucking terrified one day. He told me he was getting attracted to guys and asked me if there was any way to stop it. A bullet? Shoot the gay away. I'm kidding. Pekoni Sama says, I'm from Finland. I wish I knew some Finnish songs. The Finnish are from Finland, for sure. Yes. They must be. They must be. Let's go ahead and space this out so that this isn't so ridiculous. So as we roll up to number 6, not a doctor, but a psych first responder. Patient self-diagnosed as dead. What? The EMTs didn't believe him. He was quite insistent, though, and wanted an ambulance ride because he thought a dead person ought to have one. The EMTs argue with him, stating that he was both standing and talking. He countered that he was in hell. In fact, he was pretty high with a bad drug combination. I had a fun hour with him while he came down. Well, I mean, we're all in hell, you know what I mean? So you can't argue with that. That checks out, man. You know what I mean? You're standing and talking, bro, but I'm in hell. He's right. He's right about that. He's got a point. Maybe we're all dead. I wish, said Faith. Let me stop. I love you, Faith. Let's continue up the list to number 5. As a medic, I had a soldier run up to me and demand to see the PA. When I asked him why, he said his girlfriend has BV, and now he's sure he does too. I assured him that he most certainly did not have a bacterial vaginosis. Somebody said, how do you know that? His general lack of a vagina. Somebody said, general lack of vagina reporting for duty. Salutes. Quit acting like a pussy and get in here private. Get in whose privates, sir? Ryan's privates. They need to be saved. Saving Ryan's private. Oh boy, that's a wild one. That is a wild little chain. We arrive at number 4. Pediatrician here. A lot of parents come in thinking their child has cancer because they won't eat anything. Actually, they just don't like vegetables and are eating themselves to obesity with the crap you substituted with. Bing bong. Somebody says, or the parents never learned how to properly cook vegetables and make them not like the taste, or make them taste like plain ass. It's the way that it goes. That's what friends are for. I bet you there's like a STD that attacks the pee hole, you know? And that's the scary part. Just like, you know, sometimes you got like vaginal STDs, but I bet you there's one out there that attacks the pee hole and flames it on up. So anytime you gotta pee, it's just like a burning, and you're like, oh, and then it gets in the pee canal. As we travel up the list to number 3? Yeah. As a paramedic, I responded to a dispatch for a sick person. When we arrived, this old guy was clearly having a stroke. He said I just ate some bad fish or something before taking a 3-hour nap. Luckily, his wife finally called 911. Somebody said that would have been a funny tombstone, though. I just had bad fish or something. That's some Carl Pilkington shit right there. Number 2. I had a teenager and her mom come in worried. She had some kind of serious circulation problem because her toes were blue. I looked at her feet and thought, that's not really the right shade for loss of blood flow. I grabbed an alcohol swab and proceeded to wipe the blue color off the top of her toes. I think it was from her new jeans. Someone else says, during a particularly cold morning after crew practice, one of the novice coxswains, person who steers the boat, had gotten wet from backsplash and was shivering. When a few senior rowers noticed that the poor guy's fingers had turned blue, they immediately started doing everything they could to warm him up, including sticking his hands into warm water, where the blue dye from his gloves immediately washed off. We always have a good chuckle when we think of that story. So tell me, have you retrieved your things from the Davenport? Shut the fuck up, Kyle. Shut the fuck. Woo! As we continue and finish this list of 35 most incorrect self-diagnoses from patients. Wow, I made it to the end without getting interrupted because I read this at the speed of light. Maybe you guys can watch it again later, but then slow it down to half speed. Then it'll be like a normal Kyle list or something. Wow, dude. We arrive at number 1, and I'd like to take a special moment to thank my sponsors. That's right, I called them sponsors even though they're patrons. It's because I make this, they make this happen. They make this happen. I wouldn't be able to do these without viewers like you and patrons like my boos, okay? They're all unstoppable. So a happy birthday to Alex. A special thanks to Sean Watson for his donation today. And let's finish this list before I thank all of you for being here. Number 1, had a 14-year-old female come in wanting to have her prostate checked because she read that frequent urination is a symptom of prostate cancer. That was an interesting conversation to have. Oh, 14-year-old girl. God bless her, you know, because she was just reading it up, you know, you got to read it up. You got to read up shit on the internet. You know what? I think somebody said, bruh. You know what I'm talking about?
Bruh.
Guys, I should probably try to record something else and then just keep it for, you know, the next couple of days when I'm also not going to have any time to record anything. What's this? Why is Mario here? What the hell? Okay. Okay. The stairwell at my office doesn't get cleaned often. Today marks the 1-year anniversary of the demise of this roach. Please pause for a moment of silence. Oh my God. What are we looking at? Guys, I love you to death, and I truly apologize for my absence in the days preceding this one and the days to come. I appreciate you coming today, and hopefully we'll be able to resume our normal flow, the way a woman does on a monthly basis. Hi-yo, but things don't go the way you want them to. Lightning McQueen is the fastest race car on the planet, says this dude. How do you think he acquired that speed? Through jihad. Okay. Cringe pics. An old, but a good one. Imagine that I'll pick you up at home and we go diner at a very good restaurant. Then we going to cinema. Yeah. We passed a really good night when it's time, with a capital T, to get to your home. You tell me to passed by another road, then tell me I'm gonna understand why later. Slowly, you start to pass our hand on my leg. When I'm driving, then up on my dick. Trote my jean. You start to grab my dick on my jean. You bite your lips. It's already hard. Winky face. I want you so bad you tease me more and pull down your shirt to let me see your boobs. Want more, babe. Add a dolphin. I can't make a dolphin noise. Dolphin noise for the soundboard. Yes. Somebody's going to be pissed with that noise. Dolphin. Okay. That's freaking brilliant. That's amazing. Oh boy. Gnome King says, so my first time in a stream and I hear Kyle reading or you call this an erotic story? Come on now. It's my favorite subreddit in the world. They put a chicken next to a shaved cat. I hate those cats. I feel like the purpose of a cat is to have a cat be looking cute all over the place and being like a moody little woman where sometimes it wants your attention and most of the time it doesn't. Unless it's Faith's cat, because Faith has the perfect cat that's constantly dying for attention. But yeah, like I said, this is my favorite subreddit. This whole page is just stupid as hell. Maximum stupid. Oh my god. Okay, they're ceramic crushed cans. What madness. Let me just show you the top post on this before we get out of here, so you guys understand what's really going on. Whoops, didn't mean to go into it. Somebody shaved a little face into a jack-o'-lantern. Not past a week, guy. Of our time, guy. Gimme. I like this one. It's a dude, and then like the shape of the mountain in the background is similar to him. Strange. Just gonna zoom in on this in case you guys don't see it too well. It's actually like a kid's play mat with a real play. Oh, what? Guys, I love you. What am I doing now? You know, what am I doing? Do with a plunger attached to the, so he doesn't lean forward with his hat. Okay. A faucet as an adornment to the hood of someone's car. Get me out of here. You guys have had enough. So, Gnome King says, Kyle, when are you going to read more creepy stories? When you find me some, homie. When you find me some fresh, original, you know, haven't been done type stories. You know how to reach me. Everybody does. Fat Man says, super early, actually. Guys, I love you to death. Hope you're having a great day, Fat Man. You too, Kevin. Have a happy birthday here, Alex. And guys, you will see me soon. But not soon enough. Bye.